There are moments in life when appearances deceive, when the truth is veiled by layers of secrecy, emotion, and fear. Someone you know, someone you may even love deeply, can carry motives, actions, and intentions that remain invisible to the naked eye. Archangel Michael now comes to illuminate these hidden layers, revealing a truth that has remained obscured. You are at the center of her hidden actions. Your presence, influence, and energy have shaped choices, behavior, and even the secrets she keeps. To understand this, you must first accept that human behavior is rarely simple. People often act from a combination of conscious decisions, unconscious fears, past wounds, and divine guidance. She may have acted in ways that confused you, hurt you, or left you questioning her sincerity. But Michael reminds you that every hidden action intersects with your life for a purpose. Even the things she hides, whether small omissions or more complex deceptions, are entwined with your influence and the spiritual currents surrounding both of you. Some of her actions may appear innocuous, while others may carry weighty consequences. Perhaps she withheld information that you would have valued, acted secretly to avoid conflict, or made choices that seemed mysterious. Often, hidden actions arise from fear, pride, insecurity, or a desire to protect herself. The Archangel emphasizes that these layers are not random. They are part of a greater spiritual pattern that both she and you are involved in. You are not simply witnessing her behavior, you are a key figure in the unfolding truth. Understanding the hidden layers requires more than observation. It requires discernment, humility, and openness to spiritual guidance. Michael urges you to quiet your heart and seek clarity through prayer and meditation. Ask God to reveal the intentions behind her actions and to show you your role in the dynamics at play. In this moment, you are called not to judge or condemn but to illuminate the unseen and prepare your heart for the revelation of truth. Scripture reminds us that truth often remains hidden until the appointed time. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the things revealed belong to us and to our children forever. Deuteronomy 29 verse 29. The hidden layers are part of the divine orchestration, waiting for illumination. What seems confusing or unfair now is aligned with a higher plan that is just beginning to unfold. Your awareness and alignment with divine guidance determine how you will navigate the consequences of these hidden actions. Take note of patterns, subtle behaviors, and emotional undercurrents. Sometimes, what is hidden manifests as small inconsistencies, a word spoken differently than intended, an action that contradicts expressed intentions, or a subtle shift in energy when she is present. Other times, the hidden layers involve choices that affect relationships, finances, or opportunities in ways you may not immediately recognize. Michael assures you that your spiritual insight, intuition, and discernment are critical tools in uncovering these layers and responding appropriately. Finally, understand the power of your own presence. Your integrity, patience, prayers, and actions have influenced her behavior, whether she realizes it or not. The hidden layers are not merely her doing. They are a reflection of the interplay between your energy and her choices. You are not a passive observer. You are part of the spiritual dynamic that has shaped her actions and the timing of their revelation. Archangel Michael calls you to embrace this truth with courage. Recognize your role without guilt, discern without judgment, and prepare your heart to act in alignment with divine wisdom. The hidden layers are not meant to trap or shame you. They are meant to awaken you to your authority, your insight, and your role in the unfolding of a greater spiritual story. By embracing the revelation of these hidden layers, you step into clarity, spiritual alignment, and empowerment. You no longer remain in the shadows of confusion. You begin to see the unseen, understand the motives, and prepare to respond in wisdom and strength. The truth is rising, and you are at the center of its unfolding. To understand her hidden actions, you must first recognize that human behavior is often layered, complex, and shaped by forces beyond the visible. People rarely act in isolation. Each choice, each secret, and each concealed intention interacts with their past experiences, fears, desires, and the unseen spiritual currents around them. Archangel Michael comes now to reveal that her hidden actions are not merely her own. They intersect with your presence, your influence, and the divine orchestration that surrounds both of you. Hidden actions are not always sinister, nor are they always easy to interpret. Sometimes she acts discreetly because she fears judgment or rejection. Perhaps she believes she is protecting herself or others, or she may be navigating circumstances she feels ill-equipped to confront openly. Michael emphasizes that secrecy often emerges from vulnerability. When someone hides, it is not always from malice but from the limitations of understanding, emotional survival, or fear of consequences. You may have felt confusion, hurt, or betrayal at times. Actions that appeared secretive or inconsistent may have left you questioning her intentions. This is natural. The Archangel reminds you that your role is not to react in anger or resentment, but to discern the motives behind her behavior. Hidden actions often carry subtle messages. They are attempts to communicate indirectly, to influence outcomes quietly, or to manage fears without confrontation. Recognizing the layers allows you to navigate these moments with clarity rather than being trapped in misunderstanding. Some hidden actions manifest in ways you can observe: contradictions between words and behavior, delayed or incomplete communication, and small choices that seem disconnected from her stated intentions. Other actions remain entirely invisible: decisions made in private, thoughts unspoken, or prayers and struggles hidden in her heart. Michael urges you to remember that the unseen often carries as much weight as the visible. You cannot always measure her impact, but you can align yourself with divine wisdom to respond appropriately. Your influence in these hidden actions is profound. Every time you showed patience, integrity, or restraint, you shaped the environment in which she acted. Even your silence, prayers, and decisions have become a mirror reflecting her choices. Heaven orchestrates this interplay intentionally, creating opportunities for growth, revelation, and alignment. Scripture reminds us, iron sharpens iron, and one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27 verse 17. Your presence has been instrumental, even if you did not realize it. Michael emphasizes that discernment is key. Observe without judgment. Consider each action within context, weighing both intention and outcome. Some hidden actions may be protective, some corrective, and some preparatory for greater truths to come. The spiritual principle is clear: what is concealed is not always destructive, but it always carries meaning. Your task is to recognize, understand, and respond wisely. Prayer and reflection are your allies. Ask for clarity and insight. Lord, reveal the motives behind her hidden actions and show me my role in what is unfolding. Help me respond with wisdom, love, and discernment. The more you attune your spirit, the more accurately you will interpret what is hidden. Your intuition, dreams, and spiritual impressions are instruments of divine guidance. Finally, remember that the revelation of hidden actions is part of a greater plan. Every concealed choice, every secret maneuver, is a piece of a puzzle orchestrated by heaven. You are not a passive observer. You are a participant in this unfolding divine narrative. By understanding her hidden actions, you gain insight, wisdom, and authority to navigate relationships, protect your heart, and align with God's purposes. Archangel Michael calls you to embrace this understanding without fear or resentment. See the hidden actions for what they are: not merely deception, but complex, meaningful, and intertwined with your life and divine plan. By doing so, you step into clarity, spiritual power, and readiness for the revelations yet to come. Archangel Michael now draws your attention to the subtle signals that reveal her hidden actions. Often, the truth is not openly displayed. It is woven into patterns, inconsistencies, and energy shifts that only a discerning heart can perceive. Recognizing these signs allows you to navigate your interactions with clarity, protecting both your spirit and your understanding of the situation. One of the most common indicators is a mismatch between what she says and what she does. Perhaps she makes promises she does not keep, offers reassurances that do not align with her behavior, or expresses intentions that are contradicted by small actions. Michael emphasizes that these inconsistencies are rarely random. They often signal internal conflict, fear, or attempts to manage perceptions. Observe carefully. Even subtle contradictions are significant. They are the whisper of her hidden actions reaching your awareness. Scripture teaches us, everything exposed by the light becomes visible. Ephesians 5 verse 13. These inconsistencies are the first light, revealing the concealed patterns beneath her surface behavior. Another sign is withdrawal, emotional, communicative, or physical. When she retreats unexpectedly, cancels commitments without clear reason, or seems distant despite prior engagement, it may indicate hidden maneuvering. Withdrawal often signals that she is acting elsewhere, making choices quietly, or struggling with internal conflicts she is not ready to share. Michael urges you to notice your intuition in these moments. Emotional instincts, gut feelings, and sudden awareness often accompany hidden actions. If you sense a shift in energy, do not dismiss it. Spiritual guidance frequently speaks through subtle awareness. Hidden actions often manifest as disruptions to routines, projects, or shared plans. These may appear as delays, sudden changes, or unforeseen obstacles. While life naturally carries challenges, repeated patterns or unusual interference can indicate her quiet influence. Michael reminds you that these disruptions are not always harmful. Sometimes they are protective or instructive, but they are meant to alert you to her hidden activity. Some hidden actions are designed to guide outcomes without direct confrontation. She may use indirect influence, planting ideas, steering decisions, or subtly shifting perspectives. These acts are often invisible unless you pay close attention. Michael emphasizes the importance of awareness. Noticing the invisible threads allows you to respond intentionally rather than being pulled unknowingly. The woman's hidden actions may also trigger unexplained emotional responses in you or others around her. You may feel sudden unease, confusion, or a pull towards certain thoughts or decisions. These are spiritual signals, the ripple effects of hidden choices. Michael advises not to ignore these feelings. They are often the clearest indicators that actions are occurring behind the scenes. Hidden actions rarely happen once. Watch for repetition, repeated behavior, recurring symbols, or patterns in interaction. Michael highlights that patterns are the language of hidden truth. Recurrent events, emotions, or situations often indicate that unseen activity is influencing the course of events, offering you the opportunity to discern and respond. Finally, Michael reminds you that divine confirmation often comes through spiritual channels, dreams, visions, or intuitive nudges. If your spirit senses duplicity or hidden actions, it is likely aligned with truth. Document these impressions and look for corroborating patterns in waking life. Spiritually attuned discernment is your most reliable guide in interpreting the signs. By paying attention to inconsistencies, withdrawal, disruptions, subtle influence, emotional shifts, repeated patterns, and intuitive confirmations, you can recognize when she is acting in secret. Awareness does not demand immediate confrontation. It allows you to respond prayerfully, protect your heart, and align your actions with divine wisdom. Michael reminds you, what is hidden will eventually be revealed, but your discernment ensures that you are prepared to receive the truth with clarity and authority. Archangel Michael now reveals a profound truth. Even when she acts in secret, your presence, energy, and choices influence her actions. This is not about blame or control. It is about recognizing the spiritual and emotional dynamics that shape behavior. Understanding your role empowers you to respond wisely, maintain integrity, and align with divine guidance. Every interaction you have with her, whether direct or indirect, reflects back into her consciousness. Your calmness, integrity, patience, and spiritual alignment create a mirror for her to measure herself against. When you act with clarity and moral courage, it challenges her hidden actions, prompting reflection or subtle adjustments. Even your silence can influence her decisions, offering space for her conscience and intuition to act. Michael emphasizes that this influence is natural and part of the divine design. Scripture reminds us, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27 verse 17. Your presence alone can inspire honesty, restraint, or courage, subtly guiding her behavior even when she attempts to conceal her intentions. Your choices create conditions in which her hidden actions unfold. When you set boundaries, maintain integrity, or make decisions aligned with truth, you establish parameters that shape her options. Conversely, inconsistency or indecision on your part can inadvertently allow secrecy or manipulation to thrive. Michael stresses that this is not guilt, it is awareness. Recognizing how your behavior influences hers allows you to act with intentionality and authority. Beyond physical or verbal interactions, your spiritual energy has a profound effect. Prayer, meditation, and alignment with divine guidance radiate subtle but powerful energy that she senses, consciously or unconsciously. When you maintain clarity of purpose, courage, and faith, she may be prompted to adjust actions she otherwise would have hidden. Emotional energy, your patience, empathy, and emotional steadiness, also shapes her decisions, creating an environment that can either reveal or obscure truth. Archangel Michael reminds you that your influence is ultimately an extension of divine truth. You are not merely interacting as a human. You are participating in a spiritual dynamic. Your choices and energy contribute to the unfolding of justice, clarity, and alignment. Every action you take, every moment you stand in integrity, reinforces heaven's purposes, subtly affecting her hidden behavior. Understanding your influence is empowering. You no longer need to feel passive or reactive in the face of her hidden actions. Instead, you can consciously align with spiritual principles, maintain protective boundaries, and pray with intention. Awareness allows you to respond with wisdom rather than reacting impulsively. Michael emphasizes that spiritual discernment, coupled with moral courage, positions you to guide outcomes positively while preserving your integrity. Even in secrecy, she is affected by your presence. Every word, action, prayer, and boundary contributes to shaping her behavior. Archangel Michael encourages you to embrace this truth without guilt or fear. Your influence is a divine tool, a means to illuminate hidden actions, foster alignment with truth, and support the unfolding of God's plan. Stand firm, act with integrity, and allow heaven's guidance to amplify the positive impact of your presence. Archangel Michael now provides guidance on how to respond wisely to the revelation that you are at the center of her hidden actions. Awareness alone is not enough. You must act intentionally, prayerfully, and with discernment. These steps are designed to protect your spirit, uphold integrity, and allow divine wisdom to guide your decisions. Before you confront, react, or make assumptions, seek divine guidance. Pray for clarity and insight. Lord, reveal the truth, help me understand her hidden actions, and guide me in responding with wisdom, love, and discernment. Michael emphasizes that prayer aligns your spirit with God's perspective, allowing you to see beyond appearances and understand motives accurately. Reflection in stillness is a spiritual lens through which truth becomes visible. Take time to gather evidence and observe patterns before responding. Hidden actions often appear in repeated behaviors, inconsistencies, or subtle energy shifts. Documenting these patterns helps you recognize trends without letting emotion cloud judgment. Michael reminds you that discernment is key. Respond to facts and spiritual guidance rather than assumptions or hearsay. Protect your heart, mind, and home by establishing clear boundaries. Speak aloud or declare in your spirit, I welcome only what aligns with God's will. I reject deception, manipulation, and harmful influence. Boundaries are not walls of rejection but filters that allow divine truth to flow while keeping negativity at bay. They empower you to interact without being compromised by hidden actions. When the time comes to address what has been hidden, act with calm authority. Avoid reacting out of anger, fear, or frustration. Michael stresses that a measured response communicates strength and integrity, allowing dialogue to occur without escalation. Speak from truth and clarity, and maintain emotional stability even when confronted with surprises or discomfort. Throughout this process, maintain prayer, meditation, and connection with divine guidance. Keep your spirit aligned with integrity and truth. Scripture teaches, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" Psalm 27 verse 1. Staying spiritually anchored ensures that hidden actions cannot derail your peace or compromise your decisions. Even in secrecy, she is affected by your spiritual energy. Pray for her wisdom, courage, and alignment with truth. This does not excuse harmful behavior but invites divine light to penetrate hidden motives, facilitating honesty, understanding, and reconciliation. Michael reminds you that prayer is a powerful tool to transform unseen actions into clarity and healing. By discerning prayerfully, observing carefully, setting boundaries, responding intentionally, maintaining spiritual alignment, and praying for her clarity, you create an environment where hidden actions are revealed safely, truth is honored, and divine wisdom guides your path. These steps protect your heart, safeguard your home, and allow you to navigate the situation with grace, courage, and spiritual authority. Beloved, Archangel Michael now speaks directly to your heart. The hidden actions you have perceived, the secrecy you have discerned, and the truths that have been revealed are not meant to frighten you or overwhelm your spirit. They are a divine call to clarity, courage, and alignment with truth. You are the center of this unfolding revelation, and your awareness positions you to act wisely, prayerfully, and with spiritual authority. Stand firm in the knowledge that you are not powerless. Heaven has placed you here, at this precise moment, to witness, discern, and influence outcomes according to divine will. Every action you have taken, every prayer you have spoken, and every boundary you have set has shaped her choices, whether visible or concealed. Recognize this as your spiritual authority, a gift from God that allows you to navigate complex truths with integrity and confidence. Michael urges you to walk forward in the light of discernment. Do not let fear cloud your vision. Instead, let truth illuminate your path. Maintain your spiritual practices, prayer, meditation, and scripture, as shields and beacons. Trust your intuition, and allow the clarity you have received to guide your words, actions, and decisions. Scripture reminds us, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Psalm 119 verse 105. Let this light reveal what is hidden, protect what is sacred, and empower you to act with grace. As you move through this revelation, carry gratitude in your heart. Thank God for His guidance, for the clarity provided, and for the courage to face hidden truths without fear. Even as hidden actions are unveiled, remember that your role is not to condemn but to illuminate, protect, and act in alignment with divine wisdom. Pray for her clarity and healing, allowing God's light to penetrate what has been concealed. Beloved, walk boldly. Stand in your truth. Let the light of heaven shine through you, revealing what is hidden and aligning every action with justice, love, and integrity. Archangel Michael stands with you, guiding your steps, shielding your spirit, and empowering you to respond not with fear, but with wisdom, authority, and faith. The hidden layers are lifted, the path is illuminated, and the light of truth will carry you forward.